Welcome back. Today we're delving into a deeply concerning issue that has recently come to light: security breaches and collaboration concerns at Canada's National Microbiology Lab in Winnipeg. Stick around as we unpack the intricate details and controversies surrounding this complex situation. Before we delve into the details on QuikPolitics, and if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like as it helps out my channel. Now, let's get into it. Let's kick things off by exploring the events that unfolded at the National Microbiology Lab. In recent years, the facility witnessed the dismissal of two scientists, Dr. Xiangguo Q and her husband Keding Cheng. The intriguing aspect here is the revelation that Dr. Q had intentionally shared scientific information with China, as disclosed by Canada's intelligence agency. This raised serious questions about national security and the potential ramifications of such actions. During a news conference, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau found himself in the hot seat, facing questions about how scientists working on high-security viruses were allowed to collaborate with China. Trudeau, in turn, deflected criticism by accusing the Conservative leader of weaponizing national security. This prompted a heated back and forth with accusations, conspiracy theories, and partisan attacks flying left and right.
Unfortunately, throughout this process, we have seen the Conservative Party, specifically Pierre, choosing to spew conspiracy theories and drum up political attacks, partisan attacks, on an issue that, quite frankly, should be bringing Canadians and parliamentarians together to try and solve this. The quickness with which they're looking for partisan advantage is not just undermining Canadians' trust in the system, but interfering with the ability of Parliament to deal with this. One of the reasons it has taken so long to get this report into Parliament is because of the choice that Conservatives made to try and extract any amount of political advantage by drumming up a level of partisanship and toxicity that is not serving Canadians.
As the saga unfolds, we turn our attention to the University of Manitoba, where many National Microbiology Lab scientists also hold appointments. This interconnected web has raised concerns about the potential for a backdoor entry to sensitive information. Collaboration between the lab and the university has been a cause for alarm, particularly when it comes to graduate and postdoctoral students who may have access to the high-security infectious disease lab. Security and defense analysts expressed their concerns, emphasizing the broader implications of lax security protocols at Canadian research institutions. They point out the potential transfer of operational and procedural know-hows to China, highlighting the need for a significant cultural shift in how security is perceived within these institutions. It's not just a localized issue, it's a matter of national importance. Diving deeper into the investigation's findings, we uncover startling details about Dr. Q's collaboration with scholars connected to China's military. Documents suggest that she brought in postdoctoral scholars, including one affiliated with Academy of Military Sciences Beijing Institute of Biotechnology. The scholar, residing in Q and Cheng's second home in Winnipeg, had ties to the People's Liberation Army. The investigation found instances of unauthorized sharing of scientific data, raising questions about the extent of foreign influence on Canadian research. Now, let's bring it back to University of Manitoba, because you may be wondering, how did they respond to these revelations? Well, the university claims it currently has no formal affiliation agreement with the National Microbiology Lab, relying on policies meant to govern the work of adjunct professors. However, concerns linger about the effectiveness of these policies, especially in monitoring students' activities within the high-security lab. The University of Manitoba insists that improvements have been made, but are they enough to safeguard against future security breaches? Zooming out from the immediate situation, let's examine the global landscape of research collaborations and security. The interconnected nature of scientific endeavor demands a delicate balance between openness and safeguard national interests. The case of National Microbiology Lab serves as a stark reminder of the challenges countries face in protecting sensitive research without stifling the collaborative spirit that propels scientific progress. Although there is a delicate balance when it comes to scientific research between finding the truth of something to leaking confidential information, the latter should take precedent. This comes back to Trudeau being an unfit leader who lacks the ability to take control and even participating in the event by not being fully transparent. Pierre Poilievre claims Trudeau allowed China to infiltrate Canada. The battleground shifts from the lab to the political arena.
Trudeau, what did he do when he found out about this? Did he immediately inform Canadians of the breach? Did he fire anybody? No, no one was fired. Did he call an inquiry to get to the bottom of it? No, he didn't do that either. Instead, he covered it all up. He defied 4 parliamentary orders to release these documents. When the Speaker tried to get them, he sued the Speaker to cover this up. He said it was all for national security, but now we know from a committee composed of 4 members of Parliament, including 1 Liberal, and 3 judges, and I quote, the information appears to be mostly about protecting the organization from embarrassment for failures in policy and implementation, not legitimate national security concerns, and its release is essential to hold the government to account. In other words, there was no national security reason why we couldn't have had this before. It was only because Trudeau didn't want the embarrassment before an election. So what did he do then? He collaborated, knowing this, he collaborated with Beijing to buy a vaccine for COVID. He called a snap election to make sure that the voting would happen before this came out. And what happened in that election? Beijing interfered to help him win it. This is a man who says he admires China's basic communist dictatorship. We cannot trust Justin Trudeau to keep our people and its country safe. We need a
As we near the conclusion of our exploration, it's essential to reflect on the lessons learned and consider the path forward. The National Microbiology Lab incident underscores the need for robust security measures, transparent collaborations, heightened awareness of potential threats, and a strong leader who emphasizes Canada's priorities over their self-image. Striking the right balance between scientific openness and national security is an ongoing challenge that demands continuous improvement, especially from Trudeau with all the recent allegations against him and his administration. And there you have it, a deep dive into the labyrinth of security concerns at Canada's National Microbiology Lab. If you found this exploration informative, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more thought-provoking content, and hit that notification bell to stay updated. Thank you. I'm QuikPolitics signing off. Until next time, stay curious and stay informed.